It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start with the option. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Here we go. Got that cheap code off there.
They go play action with Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Throwing on second and long. Hurts. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage. When you see a play like that, where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Here's Hurts to throw. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, Cash.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Eagles at 8-4 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Second down, another run with Taylor. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. This defense for the Cowboys, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Throwing is Hurts. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Eagles. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It'll buy some time right. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. First down, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. And that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And some room to work. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 29-yard line. A big pickup of 38. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And now a fumble. The ball's out, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. after the touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Prescott. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Prescott now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. Short of the first down at the 29. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. The playoff picture starting to come into focus. We'll keep you updated on that one as we go along, and the other scores from around the league. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points.
They almost push them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you just have to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Slot man moves right. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
They run once more with Taylor. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Ridiculous. Take him out. Are you kidding me?
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there is the right call.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Inside give to Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's going to bring up the 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Prescott. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken in at the 11. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, Most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
From the 30 on second down, Hurts got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Hurts. And his throw here is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, that's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Okay, they break that all the way, but you got to know he feels like he's right on the verge. That's probably exactly what he's telling you right now.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
That's caught again by Schultz. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now Prescott. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. That one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They run with Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Let's go now.
Again, it's Taylor. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 26.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Prescott. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he's going to have the 1st down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Gotta love a guy who will stand in there and deliver. No matter what the pressure, waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
Prescott yet again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series. We're getting a nice hit stand from the defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This is caught. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and through. And that'll make it 24-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
19 right.
On first down, Hurts.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready, go.
They'll throw now on the final play.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick easy analysis on why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Prescott. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Ready, break. Look at that game.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here we go.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Robert Spillane able to bring him down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope they have success.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And this pass.
And now 4th down.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Hurts. Throwing Left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Left wing 19. Check pass.
On the draw is Taylor. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to run now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A handoff left, Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
A pretty good route combination there because you got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
He's got out some space.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On third down, it's Prescott. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A first down throw for Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
The point after is good, and the lead now down to 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Second down, here's an option right. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Eagles on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Throwing is Hurts. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 73 yards rushing for him now to this point. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Hurts going to keep it again. A pitch back. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. From the gun, it's Hurts. And
he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Prescott. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Here's Prescott. Ball delivered complete on the crossing route, Gallup. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. Looking to throw, Prescott. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And again, it's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
If the ice is down, he's going to be a nice little soaking hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Prescott. This time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He's still just short of 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And his pass incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Prescott to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give it.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Prescott now. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. For Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. One last shot now for Prescott. This will be caught at about the 5. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Philadelphia, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we put a bow on Week 15 with a good Monday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They start on the ground with Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A give to Elliott running left. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Elliott. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
From the 5, 3rd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
Has this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Mayfield off the play fake.
Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, they'll run it here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Mayfield. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal.
Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new...
And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter. Following the interception, Mayfield over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. Numbers would be larger, but remember, he had a commitment to the Navy, a graduate of the Naval Academy. Back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They run the jet sweep now for Tony.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it.
To settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Cowboys' 8-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got
got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Mayfield going to take it on the sneak, and he'll get in. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback, takes you off before you get to the quarterback.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
As he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
$10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 9. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum big play right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense, that fell harmlessly to the ground. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series 2-zip.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Prescott.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're getting the football back again.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he is going to have the Cowboys' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflate. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Mayfield. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mayfield to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Prescott. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. Prescott on 3rd and 2.
Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
First down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw
Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And this is caught. A big play here for Dallas. 46 yards.
But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Elliott is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Elliott.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, a 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
Out route pass complete to Bellinger.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. Mayfield now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Mayfield with it once more. And that'll be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. To throw, Mayfield.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
To throw again on 2nd down, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Touchdown! A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Extra point try, good by Goodell. And the lead is down to 11, 28-17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Prescott to throw it. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go play action. Mayfield.
That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So from Cowboy territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield.
Open man right side is Tony. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets fly. Touchdown, Giants!
Kadarius Toney.
A 15-yard touchdown, Brown.
And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play. And
it's intercepted at the goal line. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
But there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Mayfield on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And again, it's Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield looks to throw. He Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Downfield throw tip, but he still got it.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 32 that time.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. First down, Prescott. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Hands it off out of the gun, but he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down it.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season.
And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Mayfield.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Mayfield with it once more. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talked about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
4th down, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 33. Hey, alert.
Mayfield down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Regular.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
This will be what they call a Harry carry. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now Prescott.
For a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And they take a knee.
Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for Dallas,
the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win.
And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Giants, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.